Hey everyone, Ridge 6 here. I am at Port Tressler and I've been exploring MicroTech a little bit, and today I'd like to run some cargo in the raft down among different distribution centers and whatnot on MicroTech. So let's look for some contracts here. I found a few, and notice I have 183 contract options because I have senior rep right now with Kovalex in Stanton. As I was exploring these earlier, I found some contracts that caught my eye. They're member level contracts. They're down here a ways. They were for 99,000 and they seemed to be delivering to similar stations. So yeah, here's one right here, I think. Yeah, Tungsten delivering to New Babbage, Grey Cat Station Complex A, and Sakura Sun. So I'm gonna accept 4 of these. All right, I've accepted 4, but look at this one too. This one is picking up from 2 different stations and coming back to Port Tressler, and one of the 2 stations happens to be where I will be delivering some cargo, and it's for 84,000. So that'll be a way that we can return with some cargo on grid. But here we go. 4 of the 99,000 contracts. Quartz delivering to Grey Cat Complex A, New Babbage Spaceport, and Sakura Sun Goldenrod Work Center. And so that one's for quartz. Notice it's not very much SCU. This one's for titanium, also small SCU amounts. Aluminum, delivering to the same locations. And the last one is tungsten. 4 different materials, which is important so that you don't unintentionally mix these up. Don't ever accept contracts that have the same materials delivering to the same locations because it can complicate things a little bit. Each box is tied to the different missions, so. All right, I'm gonna pull up some freight first and then we'll reposition the raft. Now, looking at the list here, and I've got it written down on a piece of paper in front of me, I am going to need to deliver to the Grey Cat location last because I'll also be picking up cargo there. So I like to stay organized on the raft as I'm doing this, so I'm going to load up just what I need for the Grey Cat location first. So I need tungsten, I need 9 tungsten. And then I need just 4 aluminum. So if you right click, you can actually split. I just need one of these, so 4 aluminum. And then, yeah, that's just 4 there. And then for the quartz, I'm going to need 9 quartz. So we'll split this and get 2 here. Put that on the elevator and 1 of these, and that'll make 9. And then for the titanium, I am going to need 5 of these. So we'll split this and grab just 1 of these. There we go. That should be it. So there's our tungsten, which is 9 tungsten, 4 aluminum, 9 of the quartz, and 5 titanium. Okay, there we go. Get the raft parked into good position.
Systems active. Engines off.
Okay, so one of my favorite things about the raft is the tractor beam on the back. So I'm going to use that to bring the cargo up. One thing I've noticed about the tractor beam on the raft though is sometimes it doesn't tell you what you have grabbed with the tractor beam, like it doesn't label it, and that can sometimes make it difficult. Let's see. All right, so that's working. So this is quartz. I'm going to throw everything I pulled up on the cargo elevator, the freight elevator right now, is going to the last location I will deliver to. So I'm going to put it all to the very front of the raft. And I don't need to worry about what position it's in because everything at the very front will just go to the last location. All right, last box here. There we go. So I like to stay organized when I'm loading the cargo. I'll put more time into loading it so that it can be fast when I'm dropping it off at multiple locations. Everybody does it a little different, but that's my approach. Alright, now that I've loaded up what's going to Gray Cat, I can just pull everything up and load the rest of it. Come on. There we go. So hopefully the freight elevator continues to label this, because I do want to keep this organized. Not the freight elevator, the tractor beam. I do want to load this cargo in a way that is organized, where I've got it split into different columns. And so hopefully this will continue to label the cargo as I grab it. It's one thing that seems to not be perfect about the raft. Let's see if it will label it still, please. Ah! Dang it, see? So it's not labeling it like it was before. So if any of you know a workaround for that, please let me know in the comments, or if you are also experiencing this, let me know. Hopefully that's something that gets fixed with the raft, because that's a little annoying. So I'll load it by hand because I want to keep it organized. It will make for faster unloading later. So I'm going to put quartz over here on the far left. Ooh. So quartz on the left, and then I'll probably do titanium in the middle left, and aluminum maybe on the middle right, and tungsten over on the far right, keeping it organized in columns. Alright, last box, titanium. So yep, I did what I was planning to do. So quartz is in the far left, then titanium, then aluminum, then tungsten. That is going to lock some cargo in place. So let me move that so it doesn't lock that 4SU box in place on the grid. There we go. Alright, all loaded up and organized. Let's get on the road.
Shields off.
MicroTech is beautiful. Look at that. All the snow.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Alright, first location is going to be this Sakura Sun. I'm going to untrack this so that it doesn't look messy on the map. Sakura Sun, Goldenrod, Work Center. There we go.
Quantum travel complete.
Man, look at that sunrise, or sunset, whichever it is. MicroTech is beautiful. I mean, you know I like Bloom as well, but goodness, MicroTech does not disappoint. So far from my experience, it seems that all of the locations that Covalex has you delivered to on MicroTech look pretty similar to this, like a distribution center. But I have very limited experience. Oh, a hangar queue. Haven't seen that before at a distribution center. I have very limited experience running cargo on MicroTech though, so there might be some other cool locations that are not like this. Ah, that's the hangar queue explanation right there. What is that, an Asgard? Yeah, I think that's the new Asgard. That is a cool ship. Get out of his way. Nice. Oh, funny, it didn't even put us in that hangar.
Engines off.
Sweet, that will do. Okay, because I want to make sure that I grab what I need to easily and quickly, I'm not going to use the cargo elevator for this. Instead, I'm going to use tractor beam by hand. And I know that I have quartz in this left column, and here I want 9 quartz. So I can just quickly grab from this column because I know it's all quartz, and I need 9. Everybody who runs cargo is going to have their own little method, but and sometimes I do it differently than I am right now, but it's how I felt like doing it today. So I need 9 titanium, and there you go. See how it's locked in? When they're touching, it sometimes locks it in, so maybe I'll move this quartz over. Oof. There we go, that freed it up. Alright, also need 8 aluminum. So as I am organizing things when I'm first loading up the cargo, I just jot it down in notes by the location. So I need 6 tungsten here. So then when I get to the location, I can just look at my notes on a piece of paper in front of me and quickly unload what I need. I feel like that's the way that I can stay organized and most efficient. Works for me, it might not work for everyone. There we go, it's all filled. Alright, 1 objective complete. 2. 3. And 4. Awesome. All 4 contracts are partially fulfilled. Alright, let's burn out of here, and next stop is New Babbage Spaceport.
Shields off.
Alright, well there's the spaceport right below me. With the way the sun is, I want to drop in through these clouds and see the city. Nice, look at that. Beautiful city. All right, let's get a hangar here at the spaceport. Go. Oh, I've got a small ship coming out under me. That's awesome. All right. Now, because I loaded up all the stuff going to Gray Cat Complex A into that front row, I know that everything that's not in the front row can be delivered here. So I'm going to use the tractor beam. Doesn't matter if I can see what it is or not. I can just throw it all off. All right, let's get this thrown off quick. Last box. And that front row is going to the last destination. So we'll leave it there. Go throw this down the freight elevator. There we go, everything filled in. One objective. Second one. Third. And fourth. There we go. So all 4 contracts should be 2/3 fulfilled. Check, 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 and check. All right. On to the last delivery destination, where we will also pick up some cargo that goes back to Port Tressler. Holy smokes, look at that. That is beautiful. Look at New Babbage. What a beautiful place. Alright, let's burn up out of atmosphere and get on the way to Gray Cat Complex A. Alright, coming into Gray Cat Complex A. There we go, give us a hangar. Now I've heard sometimes the hangars aren't working at these locations, and there are little external freight elevators you can use. So if you're ever delivering cargo to one of these locations and it's not giving you a freight elevator, go ahead and find one of the external freight elevators, land on a pad there, and deliver your cargo. This MFD in front of me is wigging out.
Landing gear down.
Alright, everything that is currently on the cargo grid gets delivered here, so I'm going to use the tractor beam of the ship to drop it off, as I feel like that is faster. Alright, here we go. Let's get this thrown off quickly. There we go, last box. So now, need to go throw this all down the freight elevator, and then there is cargo to pick up here to take back. Alright, pull this up. This is going back to Port Tressler. What I just delivered should fulfill all 4 of those contracts, which should make just under 400K, which is not too bad for about 40 minutes worth of deliveries. There we go. I think that was all 4 contracts. Let's just check. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 396,000 for 40 minutes worth of member contracts. I will take it. All right, so picking up here at Grey Cat, but then we'll still need to go to one more location to pick up. All right, last box. Oh, there we go. Now, these contracts where you pick up at 2 or more locations and then drop off to 1 are sometimes bugged. So I'm a little worried about this contract, but we'll see if it works. Off to Kovalex S4D-CO5. Wow, look at that. Absolutely stunning. All right, last place to pick up. Then we'll head home to Port Tressler.
Quantum travel engaged.
Okay, Kovalex S4D-CO5 distribution center. Come on, there we go.
Engines off.
All right. Last pickup. There it is. Let's use a tractor beam on the ship. Last box. There we go.
Engines on.
Next stop, Port Tressler. Last location. I've been hanging out here at Port Tressler while I'm exploring MicroTech. It's pretty cool. I'm in a hangar queue, but man, I could have worse views, that's for sure. Hangar queue of 1 though, I don't think I'm gonna have to wait very long. Oh, there we go. Beautiful planet, goodness sakes.
Contact.
Ooh. Red Corsair here. Let's hurry and get in to the hangar. That was weird. It was acting like the door was closed for a second.
Engines off.
Alright, time to unload all of this cargo, waste and scrap. Make quick work of it with this tractor beam. And done. So I'm hopeful that this contract is actually going to work, but the contracts where you pick up at multiple locations and then drop off to one location frequently are bugged and don't work. So fingers crossed, hopes are not high. Well, let's go check it out. Let me know in the comments if you have had any success with the contracts that have you picking up at multiple locations and dropping off to one. Alright, it's all filled. It's a good sign. Come on. Oh man. Please. None of them. Oh wait. Okay, well there we go. 21 SCU of scrap and 22 SCU of waste. So that's half of it. Yep, half of it. Come on, let's get the rest. No? Wonder if I bring it back up and put it back down. Man. Freight elevators sure haven't been behaving in this patch, have they? Well, there it all is, so it stored it in my inventory. Which makes me think it's bugged. And it is not tied to a mission anymore, so I don't think this is going to work. Dang it. Let's bring it up the elevator and put it back down just in case. I don't think that'll work, but might as well try. Yeah, see, it's just putting it back in my inventory now. Alright, well, that one is bugged, just like I worried it would be. Dang it. Yeah, alright, oh well. Now, what you do not want to do in this situation, where it do not hit submit,
that will kill your rep. So do not hit submit. Just log out. It'll go away. Don't hit submit. Don't abandon it. Don't hit submit. Just leave it. All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. Some good low-key, chill cargo runs are always fun, and MicroTech is beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit like, subscribe if you haven't before. It is free for you. It means a heck of a lot to me. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you around in the verse. Fly safe.